Hey there. So we were talking about fire the other day on some post I made, and the subject of making fire with flint and steel came up, and that was my friend I haven't met yet, Natasha, who's an amazing food stylist. Um, and Natasha, I pulled out some stuff and thought you might find it interesting how to make fire with flint and steel. Now, you can go to a hardware store or find these around Christmas, the ideal gift for your man. Oh, you can start a fire with flint and steel. This isn't really flint and steel. It's a piece of steel and a piece of what's called mish metal, which is a alloy that sparks when you scrape it like that. So that's kind of cheating because they didn't have that 200 years ago. But what they did have was flint stone, and they did have hardened steel. And when you put these two things together, you can make a spark. So what you need though is good tinder. I mean, if you were out in the woods and it was snowy and rainy and you had your flint and you had your steel, but you didn't have any tinder, you were screwed. There was no way to make a fire. So people would carry with them a tight little metal box sealed as best they could with tinder in it. This was a tinder box, and this is where we get the expression now, oh, that place went up like a tinder box. You got to keep your tinder dry. So one way to make tinder that works for me is you take cotton fabric like this, put it in a little metal container like this with one little hole in it, and put it in the fire. And after 15 or 20 minutes, smoke will stop coming out of the little pinhole you've put there, and you will have in that container almost pure carbon cotton that's turned into a really good tinder, because when it catches a spark, it will start to glow, and that's your first step. So let's see, I might be able to do this in one try, or it might take a bunch of tries, but let's see. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so we got it glowing. Now I'm going to take this piece of a pine shaving that I made with my plane, and if I just blow on that, oh, there we go. We got fire. We've created fire. So anyway, that's how our great-great-great-grandfathers did it. If you have a nice piece of flint, like I picked up in Denmark a few years ago, you can probably do it too. So, yeah, there you go.